think most of these should be the same. There are traces of the name of the store up by the roof. Looks like it's closed now. I guess just head straight in. Oh, I always forget about the music. What does the map look like? Is this the one where we can... Oh, yeah. Do we have the key for the door? I think Banshee gave us the key. It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Yay! Open the door with the underground shelter key. Yeah, so I guess we just go straight ahead. There's a single out-of-place Buddha statue. Its head has been cut off. It's a Buddha statue. The headless Buddha statue is covered in dust. There's a talisman stuck to the neck, as if it's taking the place of the missing head. Found a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. Got soul power. The worn-out talisman crumbles silently in my hand. The light bulb's covered in dust. It's obvious no one has touched it in a long time. Why is such an old bulb still working? The power of ghosts. It's a big iron box. Well, that's ominous. The box is packed with carelessly tossed Buddha statue heads. ... A real, actual head can clearly be seen among them. It's dry and mummified, but going by the long hair, it's probably female. Most likely one of the experiment's victims. Huh, so this is where it was. Let's take it and bring it to its owner. I thought you'd say that. Oh, just kidding. I feel Banshee's gaze on me. New info was added to the spirit file. The box in warehouse number 1. I can only carry one head. I need to choose which one to take. Merciful Buddha, Grieving Buddha, Angry Buddha, Woman's Head. I think it's pretty obvious. Take the human head. We can look at it. There's a thin layer of dust on it, but it looks fairly intact. I think that's probably it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Open the door with the underground shelter key. Nothing here. More blood. I can hear a victory chant coming from the other side of the intersection. I forget the order of the chant. I might as well. If I die, I die. I try to keep moving forward. I take one step forward and an electric current runs through my body and my muscles seize up. You lay about. What are you doing there? You have time to be loafing around, do you? Recite this base's slogans at once. Cheer for the final battle in the homeland. Oh, okay. I don't know, that one just seemed right. Once more, declare a resolve to strike back with air raids. We won't lose even if our country is reduced to ashes. Show your determination. Is it a middle one? You unpatriotic piece of shit. Oops. Our army has fought bravely from the southern tropics to the northern Arctic, but the tide still hasn't turned in our favor. What do you think? Can we win this crusade? I think it's that one. Yeah. I only lost a little bit of soul power. It's not that bad. You're pretty promising for a new recruit. Keep a good eye on this squad. Farewell. Just pulled that out my butt, but sure. Whatever you say. There are numerous footprints in the blood stain on the floor. Are these human footprints, or... Oh, well, that's ominous. The door is stained with blood. Upon closer look, it's countless handprints. But the keyhole is perfectly fine. I could open the door if I had the key. Oh, I opened the door with the underground shelter key. When I turn the knob to go in, the door doesn't open. Oh, what's the fuss? The door won't open. I'm sure I unlocked it, though. I turn the key again, just to double check. But I was right. It's unlocked. What's going on? I tried turning the knob slowly, but it stops moving halfway. It's almost as if someone on the opposite side is pushing against it to keep it closed. It seems the dead are rejecting us. Read all the records. Speak to that woman. Okay. Thank you, friendly, disembodied voice. All the records and that woman. Are the records referring to the research records? I try to prompt my old self in answering, but there's no reply. No choice left, I turn to Banshee. Let's keep looking. We can come back here later. There could be something we still need to do. I'll go straight. Oops. Oopsies. Human bones. It looks like the person was crushed to death. That is no bueno. Something's written on the wall in blood. It says, I. Aizen Ashura? Mayhaps? It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Open the door with the underground shelter key. Let's go. Ooh. More bodies. It's the operating room in the southern section, but on this table is... How about that? A dead body. A headless corpse is laying there. Thank you, Banshee. A headless corpse. Going by what remains of its clothing, it was likely a woman. This is not necessary! It's a rusted filing cabinet. The door is locked. Okay. I don't think I used the key on this. Took out the underground shelter key, but what should I do with it? I can't think of a way to use it. Oh, wrong button. Oops. Records, bells. Sword? Off my belt, but what do I do with it? Yeah, I think I need a key. A headless corpse is lying on top of the operating table. The head I picked up earlier might fit on this corpse's neck. Should I try attaching the head? Sure, why not? I try attaching the human head. The human head fits the severed neck perfectly. The world suddenly distorts. Ooh. A horrific scene appears before my eyes. This is the woman on the operating table? Some kind of experiment is being performed on her. I must be seeing the past. Ugh. The sound triggers a change in views. Men in a lab coats holding surgical tools, but they don't look like they're alive. The ghosts of the researchers seem to be stuck forever in the nightmare of the past. I can hear the men whisper from my left side. Hey, she's awake. Don't worry, she'll be dead soon anyway. Okay. True enough. And something else interrupts. You. This time it's a cold whisper from my right. You can hear me, can't you? Don't be afraid. Soon. The voice on my right cuts off and I can hear the men in lab coats again. Oh boy. Hey, woman, which of these tools do you want us to use to cut your neck? Oh my god. This is it for you, so we'll let you decide. Well, they were talking about it. I doubt she would want a chisel, but I think because they were talking about, yeah, they liked using that. Ugh. Ha ha ha, good answer. You're pretty smart. Unfortunately, you'll soon be saying goodbye to that clever head of yours. Its valuable material will cut it off nicely. Shut up, you're just like a pig. This is why I hate handling women. Ugh. Be patient, we've finally found a clue. Mean. Not yet. Wait. Now. Give you power. The whisper from my right falls silent. Yeah, I never dreamed breaking from our usual method would go so well. Hey pig, do you understand? Boy, we about to beat your ass. What do you mean? Do you know the correct combination of head and body for the heavenly Buddha? Male torso, female head. Yeah. Precisely, and that's why we need your head. Gladly offered up for the sake of our beloved country. No thank you. I'm okay. Would rather not. Ah! The problem is the soul freshness. Regardless of refrigeration, it's all up to the quality of the cut. Though there are only so many available methods, this is all the equipment we have. Then to the freezer. I'm sure they don't even sanitize their equipment. The voices on the left cut out. A determined voice echoes in my right ear. Hate, hate, hate. Hate this whole world. Tear it to pieces. The power to do that, I'll give it all to you, in the place where you hear me now. Hate them, destroy them, understand? Yes, please. I woke up and chose violence. Good. Destroy them. When I return to my senses, I am standing beside the operating table. Just then, something slides out of the hand of the corpse on the table. Got small key. Oh, we can use it for the room. What I just saw. No, more importantly, the voice that kept speaking from my right side. Who was it? I explained to Banshee what I just saw. A horrible tragedy happened here in the past. It's possible that whatever triggered it might have been whoever that voice belonged to. Huh, interesting. Can't say I'm surprised something like that happened here. So, what's that have to do with our marks? Well, I'm not sure about that part, but Banshee's right. This isn't helping us accomplish our goal. We need to search for whatever gave birth to the spirit. Let's keep looking. That small key I just found might belong to the cabinet here. I turn my attention to the mark on my wrist. It isn't coming yet. I glance over at Banshee, but they don't seem to be acting differently at all. Death should be slowly closing in on us, but it seems we still have some time. What's important right now is making sure we survive. It hasn't even been that long. I mean, I guess, like, the other chapters I guess were kind of... Death closed in a lot quicker than expected, I guess. New info was added to the spirit file. Mysterious human experiments. Other. It's missing not only its head, but also all of its limbs. What kind of torture was this? The bad kind. Small key. I open the door using the small key. Inside is an old gun and some research records. Suddenly berserk. Severe damage. Suture chanting. Chanting. Complete insanity. Only those who made themselves deaf managed remain sane. Half spiritualize, like disposal vat, need sacred object attack. Destroy human head, the heart of all this, need to destroy human head. That's all it says. Got gun with blanks, research records 3. I think that's all for this room. It's an abandoned skeleton. I managed to pry it out, The whole corpse looks like it might crumble at any second. I found a worn-out talisman. Warmth and stuff. It crumbles silently in my hand. Oh. Spooky, spooky. It seems to be locked. Oh. It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Open the door with the underground shelter key. Oh, at least the music stopped. Oh yeah, this leads back to the other area. Or other entrance. I'm gonna go past the ladder though. Yeah, I guess there's nothing back here anymore. Time to go. If I climb the ladder, I can get above ground. Yes. Climbing out of the manhole, we see that we're on K Miyamachi North Road. We managed to find a way out. It wouldn't hurt to go back to the mansion for now. It'll be a pain to get back to Emno's South Alley for the car, but... Oh, well, I guess there isn't really much, so I guess I'll just go. Am I supposed to change? I guess I want to bring... No, I brought him last time. I'll bring her. And then... Oh, well, I guess maybe we can go through the other door, now that I think about it. I'm gonna save, though, first. Because we... quote-unquote... Was it the South Alley or North Road? I think it was the North Road. We talked to the dead lady, kinda, so... Correctly? Yeah. I put my hand on the knob again and turn it. When I do, it turns smoothly with no resistance. The ambience is getting really creepy. And feel free to call me Wolf, Wolfin, or Wolfie. Okay, yeah, cool. Will do. Inside the room are a number of Buddha statues. They're all missing their heads. It seems this is where they stored all the various statues they gathered through theft or donations. It feels like something's here. Maybe this is where the heart of the curse or the source of the spirit is. ... I brace myself for input from the other me. But it doesn't seem like that's happening. Does that mean I should already know? Goodness. It's a statue that looks like a divine general. It has armor from the Tang dynasty. It's a statue with its head cut off. It looks like it held a weapon in its left hand. It's a statue that looks like a, Vidya Raha or something. It's missing one of its arms as well as its head. Oh my. It's a Vice Ravana statue. It's missing its head. It's a statue with its head cut off. It seems to be holding some kind of Buddhist ritual implement. It's a statue that seems to be a divine general. Its head has been severed. It's a statue with its head cut off. It's lying pitifully on the floor. I search all the statues. Every statue here has a male body. Suddenly, there's the sound of movement from within the box. It's a big iron box. Managed to open the box. Sheets of white paper are inside. They seem to be a multitude of talismans. Was something sealed here? Hero peers into the box beside me. So, was something in there? Well... Mess with the seals, right? Just gonna unleash all of the evil. My voice sounds distant. The cause of the curse, what birthed the spirit. There's nothing like that here. No, there's nothing here. What? What do you mean? Then what's that in your hand? Hero's right. It's not true that there's nothing inside. There's one thing. I never would have expected something like this, something that doesn't belong here. A box sealed by talismans has enshrined a Western-style cushion. Hero sighs, disappointed. Guess we're out of luck. No way this thing gave birth to a spirit. True. With the state of this room and the voices, something important was definitely sealed up in this place at one point. Yet, there's nothing here. New info was added to the spirit file. The Buddha statues in warehouse number 2. Other. Then the thing we're searching for, where the hell did it go? A long silence falls between us. It is then that a now familiar pain flares up. Why do I have you all seen the new Sonic movie? I have not. The mark burns scarlet. It immediately is dyed a deep crimson. Dawn. Death is only a few minutes away. Oh, that went quick. Oh no, wait, do I have everything I need? Oh, goodness. What's going on? Is death closing in on us all of a sudden? No, it's... The spirit is here. Lady of the Mortis. Yeah. I'll just call you Plays. I mean, it's in the name. I'm spicy of the milds. Hey man, it makes it sound fancier, you know? A low sutra chant hum trembles the air. It feels like my whole body is numb. It may be because of that hum. Oh golly, shit. If I mess this up, I'm gonna try to do as best as I can without the internet. Because I've been using the internet to help since I want the good ending, because, I mean, I played before, so, you know, it's best to just get the good ending, but... I need to use the bell. I don't think it particularly matters what order I use the weapons in. I'll just use the pistol. And then the bell. Yoshiki loses consciousness. Yoshiki shoots the palm pistol. Yoshiki was injured. Oh, okay, I guess it does matter. Yoshiki collapses. I try to aim the gun at the spirit, but against my will, I shoot at my own head instead. Oh, I need to use the gun with blanks. Okay, well. My vision darkens. I can see the spirit slowly drawing closer. I think I remember now what I need to do. Okay, so I need to use the gun with blanks and then the bell. Yoshiki loses consciousness. Yoshiki shoots the gun with blanks. I grab the gun, but I can't control my hand. It turns the gun towards my head and fires. The blank explodes, my consciousness fades. There's a strong ringing in my ears, and it's preventing me from hearing the sutra chant. Hiro is clutching their head like they can't hear anything either. The numbness has faded. Hiro shakes the Kagura Suzubel. Nothing happens. Cannon Soldier yells, making my heart clench. Yoshiki was injured. Hiro was injured. Well, we haven't died, so... Okay, I think I need to use the blanks again, all the way until, like, it's close. So shoot there, wasn't effective. Hiro shakes the Kagura Suzubel. Nothing happens. Cannon Soldier yells, making my heart clench. Hiro was injured, Yoshiki was injured. Yep, we're just, hey, it hasn't failed us yet. Nothing happens. Cannon Soldier yells, making my heart clench. We were injured. Oh lord, okay. I don't remember what weapon I need to use. Army sword, range short sword. I don't think we use the pistol. I think it's one of the swords. Or do we use the pistol? This thing isn't terrifying at all. Nope, totally not! Yeah! I mean, hey, you know, it's a ghost, and ghosts are scary. I guess I'll use the army sword? I really don't know which one I need to use first. Or if it particularly matters. Cannon soldier is wounded. Okay, well there you go. If spirit fades and becomes intangible. Here shakes the Kagura Susubel. Cannon soldier is wounded. Spirit turns solid again. The cannon soldier stabs its weapons. Oh, well. Okay, this is fine. I'm just gonna consult the also convenient internet. I thought the doors are supposed to come flying off, but then they just disappear. Yep. Oh, I think I get why we only use the gun with blanks once, because it's the chant that's making us turn it on ourselves. But then once the pop of the gun with the blanks goes off, it kind of, we can't hear the chanting as well, so then we're able to use the other weapons, I think is what it is. Okay, here's clutching our head, like they can't hear anything either. So we are home free, the numbness has faded. Here shakes the Kagura Susubel. Nothing happens. We're slightly injured. She's just yelling at us, that's all. Okay, now I think I use... Okay, I can't use that sword. Do I... Okay, I use the palm pistol here, because she's further away. Yep. Okay, yeah, okay, so I am... I was right. At least I figured it out. Cannon soldier is wounded. The spirit fades and becomes intangible. Here shakes the Kagura Susubel. Cannon soldier is wounded. The spirit turns solid again. Cannon soldier yells, making my heart clench. We're injured. I like to say I have big brain to figure out all of these plays, but it's actually small brain. Yeah, so it's the short sword, and then a bell. And then the last one we use is the rusty sword. Range sword, cannon soldier is wounded. Fades, and then comes back. We are injured again. Yes. Yashiki slashes the rusted army sword. Cannon soldier is wounded. Spear fades and becomes intangible. Here shakes the Kagura Susubel. Cannon soldier is wounded. The spirit stops. I guess the attack finally worked. Out of nowhere, footsteps approach behind me, so I got it right! Ah! It just took me a minute. Wow! Yeah! A voice yells comically, and whoever it is puts their hand on my back. But I can't take my eyes off the spirit before me. Banshee, is that you? What are you doing? Instead of replying, he shoves something into my hand. It's a large chisel with the grip stained in blood. This is... I found it in that room, in the mansion. In that instant, I understand everything. The heart of the curse that we were searching for, the object that gave birth to the spirit. So it was kept in Kujo Mansion? Thanks, I'm gonna use it. I grab the chisel and face the spirit. Stab her in the mouth! Stab her in the mouth! Yeah, large chisel and the bell. Yoshiki swings the chisel down on the soldier. It's the right ear. Because that spirit was speaking to us through our right ear. Or, well, to the lady that got murdered that we looked back in the past at. So, right ear, right? Wait, hold on. Let me just make sure so I don't have to do it again. Okay, yes, it's the right ear. I jab the chisel at its right ear. It stares at me dispassionately. Bye-bye. Finally, it smiles and disappears. Yay! The statue stops moving and collapses. It stopped, right? Seems so. I don't got the mark anymore, so there's no doubt about it. Once again, I'm the only one who's still cursed. Glad I made it in the nick of time. If my legs weren't in such good shape, it would have been over for us. Thanks for saving us, but you know, that was pretty reckless. I thought I said, it's dangerous for a group of mark bearers to go somewhere haunted. Ah yes, you did mention something like that when I was eating. Completely slipped my mind. Tell us, old man, what happened at the mansion? I'm not quite sure myself, but I'll tell you what I know. After you left, I wandered the place looking for something to eat. My mark hurt like hell right by a room. I slipped inside and found a bunch of chisels and things. You must mean that room I found. I was kind of out of it because of the mark at that point, but I noticed one of the chisels was glowing all weird with a dark light. I knew right away that it was hiding some awesome spiritual power. But what made you decide that you had to bring the chisel here? You seemed sure it'd be effective against that cannon soldier. I heard a voice when I picked it up. It reminded me of a lady, sorta. It said, to bring the chisel to you. And that's when it hit me. It was what I'd been looking for. Oh, that thing you mentioned in the car? The heart of the curse that created the spirit. Exactly that. So I hoofed it over to give it to you. When I looked through that room before, Yasuoka said that the Kudro family used to create Buddha statues a long time ago. It's possible that chisel was used to create the statue that became the cannon soldier. I don't know what that voice was that he heard. Probably something like the mysterious voice that guided me before. You know, I haven't heard it in a while. And that's what happened. So, we heading back to the mansion then, Yoshiki? For one, I'm hungry, but I bet Daimon's worried too. I left without saying a word, after all. Yeah. Searching for documents on the mark, carting all the statues out. It'll take more than a day to do all that. I'm gonna go grab something to snack on. Be back with it. Okay, yeah. Do what you gotta. We should go back to the mansion and figure out what to do next. What? We're leaving already? I wanted to examine this place. I glanced at the statue fallen to the floor. Sorry, but you have to do that another time. ... Fine. In exchange, not one word about this shelter to anyone else. I'm going to study every inch of it. Yeah, okay. Hey now, this is my home. Can't have you rooting around here. That's just you saying that. You don't legally live here. I'll bring you food, so stop complaining. Hey, win-win. Much obliged. We return to the concrete passageway. I might be imagining it, but it feels like the air in here is a little less stagnant than it was before. Just gotta bring some air fresheners down. You know, after a while it'll be fine. We'll climb up out of the manhole in Emno South Alley. Daimon runs up to us, drenched in sweat. He should not be running halfway across town. I don't think his lungs could take it. He looks even worse than usual. He probably shouldn't have run. Cough, cough. I found you. Hey, old man, why did you suddenly sprint out of the mansion? My mark is gone now, too. What in the world happened? I had something to give you, Shiki. Isn't that right, Hiru? I guess. I'd rather not think of the consequences if you hadn't made it in time. I'm not sure I follow, but it seems he really helped you out. Well, then, if I must do my investigation another day, are we splitting ways here? Our marks are gone now. Yoshiki still has his, though. This always happens, I'm used to it. But now I might be able to change that. I finally discovered where the statues stolen from H Shrine are. I'm lost, but I'm glad for you. It's thanks to all of you. I'll figure the rest out by myself. You should all return to your regular lives. You're saying we should split up then? You sure you'll be okay? Aw, they're worried about me. Something will work out eventually. Besides, this is Saya Kujo's dying wish. I want to respect it. Huh. Well, thanks. I'll head back then. I've been missing all those chemical smells from the lab that cannot be good for you. Good to hear your research is exciting, but don't forsake your humanity over it and end up like Miss Zoo. Like I do that. It's not even funny, by the way. Oh yeah, Mr. Yoshiki. Whenever you want to get those statues, I'll help out. Until then, see you. I'll be off as well. Honestly, all this has put a strain on me. I'm barely staying upright. Cough. Whatever you do, don't collapse on your way home, please. Hey, Yoshiki. One day, I'm hoping to let the public know about the underground shelter, for the sake of the wandering souls without a proper burial. I'd like it if you helped with it. See you around. You know where to find me. Guess I'll go too. You're not returning to the shelter, are you? I'm not that brave. The soldier's gone, but there's plenty of other things down there. I'll give it a few days to settle. So you're still planning on going back? I'm not sure I'd call that a smart move. Comes with living this kind of life. I'll bunker down in a park or under a bridge until things calm down. See you, Yoshiki. Bring more food next time, yeah? Anything for you. The former mark bearers have all left. I should probably head to the mansion myself. I've got to decide what to do next. I hear a voice calling from behind me. I turn to see Banshee in the middle of the road, staring intently at me. What's wrong? ... I remember now. His eyes are as wide as saucers. I forgot because of the mark, but I've met you before. What? What do you mean? Well, let me think. He scratches his chin. I know his memories are probably all a mess having just gotten them back, but I don't have time to wait for him. Ah, yes. We first met 5 years ago, and then again 10 days ago. I feel like I've been struck by lightning. I first arrived at Kujo Mansion 10 days ago. That means I met him before I lost my memories. I need to know, who in the world am I? I couldn't say. I wasn't interested in asking your name, and you didn't give it. Then tell me what you do know. Tell me about myself, please. Okay. I owe you for the food, so ask. What should I ask about? Let's start with 5 years ago. You showed up at the shelter. I wanted to know about the Heavenly Buddha Project. Gave me food. Actually, you were more focused on the Kujo family than the cannon soldier. Why did we talk about them? The head at the time was majorly involved in the project. He was famous for his spiritual power, so the army asked him to help. He loaned them a number of his family's prized sacred treasures. You really zeroed in on that bit. Do you know what exactly the army got? Yeah, the shelter had a list. A mirror, a chisel, Buddha statues, cursed objects, and holy talismans. They were all returned to the family, which means they're all in the mansion now. Kept popping by a few times until one day you just didn't. I only saw you next 10 days ago. Next is 10 days ago. I'd just seen the cannon soldier, and you can bet I booked it out of the manhole. I ran into you on the street. Had you treat me to food to celebrate. Thanks for that, by the way. Banshee's talking about the person I was before I lost my memories. It's weird to hear about myself this way. You'd mentioned you'd been overseas. You'd only come back recently, about a month ago. Oh, and that's when I learned of the mark. You told me about it. It slipped my mind until just now. By that time, was my right arm? Yeah, it had the mark. You were acting all odd, though. You'd go to remember something, then stumble over the words. The curse was probably in the late stages. In fact, I'd completely forgotten my name and passed a few hours after that. By the by, I've got something to tell you. This here Banshee Ito is a much nobler character than regular folk. That's why I lead a detached life, away from the world's vulgarities. What are you trying to say? I could be crazy desperate, but I'd never shame my dear departed mom or divine providence. You understand? No, you lost me. I'm saying I'd never resort to stealing, even dying of hunger. Here, these are yours. He pulls out a wristwatch and a wallet. He's only returning it because he knows who I am. Each looks like an antique. They're inlaid with subtle designs. You forgot them at the restaurant. Oh, okay. Let me see them. I grabbed them both and rushed to open the wallet. There's no ID inside, of course. There was no driver's license or company card with an ID in it when you got it? Don't ask me. You said you forgot your old wallet somewhere and lost it. It was probably in there. Oh, my luck. I look at what else is in the wallet. Bills, coins, and a number of familiar business cards. Sayakujo's spirit healer. Ah, those things. You tried to give me one. Told me to go there if I remembered anything. But I gave it back. I don't make a habit of carrying useless stuff. Sayakujo's card was in my pocket when I first arrived at Kujo Mansion. It must have been the one Banshee returned. There's no doubt about it. I lost all my memories after I met Banshee. I've asked everything I wanted to know, but something's still bugging me. Did I say anything about the mark when you saw me 10 days ago? Well, I was so focused on eating that I wasn't paying full attention. Are you kidding? Oh yeah, you said the same thing as Hiro about the cannon soldier. There's no way a human head on a statue will make it move. But it did actually move. That's what I thought too. And then, you said something strange. You said what happened 50 years... Whoa. You said what happened 50 years wasn't because of the project 50 years ago. It was all because of her. Her? That's not all. You said she gave you the mark. That she loved watching you lose your memories and fear death. You made her kick the bucket once, but she came back to life. You said you needed to do the same thing done 50 years ago to get rid of her. My heart wants to beat out of my chest. I can feel sweat run down my face. There's no way I can keep calm. Before I lost my memories, I'd known who had cursed me with the mark. Hey, old man, who's she? Did I tell you? I wanted to know too, so I asked, but you couldn't answer me. I don't think you were trying to hide it. You just honestly didn't remember. Was that because of the mark? Well, that's about all I can tell you. Yoshiki, we should get going soon. Go? Where? I'll tell you in your car. I'm real tired of standing. I'd like to sit for a bit. There's no point arguing here. I'll just get it out of him once we're in the car. New info is added to the spirit file. My past self. Save. Nope, the mansion's out of the way. Banshee clambers into the back seat of the car. His heavy scent fills the enclosed space. Ah, I can finally catch my breath. Now then, driver, take us to the forest by H. Castle. I drive down the familiar road. All lights along the way are strangely green. We reach our destination without me having to slow down the car once. The engine chugs along. I feel the wheels of fate turning like those on the car I'm riding in. 10 days ago, I promised, in exchange for you buying me an extra order of almond jelly, if you did forget anything, I'd take you to H Shrine. It sounds like I prepared for everything. But if I was that careful, why didn't I leave myself a clue? Or I prepare if I was just going to forget? Did the curse progress faster than I expected, so there wasn't time? Or did someone get rid of it? But if I had business at H Shrine, why didn't I go there while I still had my memories? Something about timing, waiting for some magic summer cleaning to clear away impurity. Suddenly, my old self echoes in my head. I speak the words out loud slowly as realization dawns. The summer purification rites. The rites held at shrines to exorcise evil. On the last day of June, you pass through woven reeds to cleanse yourself. I was trying to use that ritual to exorcise the impurity. Ah, gotcha. Luckily, today's the 1st of July, so the rites or whatever are done. Should be no problem now. Convenient. Exorcise the impurity, huh? What kind of impurity was I trying to cleanse? The more I learn, the less I understand. My previous self is like a complete stranger to me. How many times have I come to this forest now? The creepy arch and thick trees look the same as always. You know where H Shrine is, yeah? Lead the way. You've never been there? First I heard of it was 10 days ago. Banshee and I push through the vegetation and make our way down the beast trail. We pass another stone torii gate. At least I didn't have to walk here by myself, because that would have taken a while. And finally arrive at the desolate H Shrine. The few headless Buddha statues that are left shine in the light of the flashlight. So the statues used in the project were stolen from here? Yeah, that's right. Is it really true the statues are connected to the mark somehow? I've considered the possibility that the mark was caused by their divine wrath, but 10 days ago. You said what happened 50 years ago wasn't because of the project. It was all because of her. This course I've been following this whole time, Then, at some point, I had to have been fed some huge lie. But what could it be? A shudder runs through me at the thought. It feels like I'm looking into the depths of hell. He said 10 days ago that that altar holds something important. Something about needing to keep it here to exorcise the impurity. He approaches a small altar and puts his hand on the sliding door. Huh? What's going on here? The thing's empty. Don't ask me. It was already gone when I was here earlier. Well, that's darn weird. You said there was a cloth pouch. What was inside? A small fist-sized statue. A ninjibutsu or something. It was the Goshin tie for the shrine. The Kujo had used it in the shelter to stop the mess 50 years ago. And again, it's the Kujo family. They must have strong ties to the mark. Well, this is about all I could do for you. At least it was enough to pay off the dessert. We should head back, son. Right. I'm still unsure about what my old self was thinking, but it's clear whatever plan I had didn't work. Where did the ninjibutsu go? On the way back, I feel reluctant to go. I keep turning to look toward the shrine. Each time I do, Banshee hurries me on to the forest entrance. Well, this is where we part ways. You're not going to ride back with me? I'm gonna be honest with you, I got a bit carsick on the way here. Flat roads are fine, but the curves and hills did me in. I just got a nice meal and I'd hate to throw it up, so I'll walk back. But it's pretty far from here. Kids are such wimps these days. When I was young, I used to walk across the Himalayas all the time. This ain't nothing. Well, at least he's in shape. His laugh is loud enough for the whole forest to hear. He waves and leaves me alone. Once he's out of sight, I get into the car. I pull out of the deserted parking lot and drive back to the mansion. As I count the streetlights passing by, I go over everything Banshee told me. 50 years ago in the shelter, the cannon soldier went berserk, but it wasn't because of the army's experiments, it was her. The army was unable to stand up to the threat of her and the soldier, but the Kujo family head used the ninjibutsu to settle everything. However, she still exists in this time period. She was the one who gave me my mark. Before I lost my memories, I was planning on using the ninjibutsu like they did before. I left it at 8 shrines so it could be cleansed of its impurity, but somewhere along the line it went missing. The past me probably couldn't have predicted that would happen. I'm almost back at Kujo Mansion. As my drive comes to an end, I focus on what the most important detail is. That's right, who she is. I have a hunch about her identity, but I can't be sure yet. And that definitely proves that she was there. 50 years ago, she made the cannon soldier move down in the shelter. The Kujo family's head sealed her. They would have brought her to the mansion. Sacred objects for the project, of which she was one, were returned to the Kujos. I grip the steering wheel tighter. If there were any way to defeat her, it just has to be in the mansion. I don't have any solid proof, but the fragments of my memories are whispering to me. The entrance doesn't look any different. Owie. My mark burns. The sharp pain nearly brings me to my knees. It seems she has no intention of hiding her presence any longer. New info is added to the spirit file, in pursuit of the truth. Will it let me save? Yes. Yeah, no partners this time. I gotta do this by myself. Talk. Yeah. Hello. Long time no see. So we meet again. Mary's voice is soft. I know now. Behind those words is hidden an intense lust for blood. You came back to life rather quickly. You gave me nearly a whole day, more than enough time. I admit the rabbit's attack surprised me, but unexpected events can themselves be rather enjoyable. When I had brought Mary to H Shrine, we caught sight of the rabbit there. It might have suspected Mary's true nature. That rabbit, its great love for you pushed it into recklessness. What was that rabbit really? Determine that for yourself. Who are you? Know that, and the answer will come. Though it is impossible as long as you bear the mark I gave you. Mary gave me the mark. I had a hunch, but hearing it from her lips fills me with dread. Just what are you trying to accomplish? Dragging the living to the depths of despair before killing them. I believe I explained that is a spirit's utmost desire and joy. And I had your cooperation with achieving that. Monokuma. No. Hey man, did I hear despair? Is she Monokuma? I mean, she could. If loving despair makes you Monokuma, then yes. Said she was gonna bring us to the depths of despair before killing us. Hey, but if you're gonna kill someone, you know, it's the best way to do that, you know? Probably the most fun. Is it like Monokuma's that it is pretty much, yeah. Cooperate? That's ridiculous. Oh, have you not realized yet? You did bring those pathetic mark bearers directly to the spirits, did you not? Dang, Mary, shit. They feared the spirit's existence, trembled in the face of death. I savored the taste of that fear and despair, most delicious. You had all of us help out just to terrify the merrick bearers even more? Clearly. I could have waited for the curse to complete if I only wanted them dead. That is not the only lie. Mark bearers must stay in small groups, do not contact outsiders. All my instructions were to drive you into a state of emergency. And not once did you doubt me. I bet she's telling me all of this because she wants me terrified with how hopeless the situation I find myself in is. I'm frozen in place, and I know my face must be as pale as death. Don't tell me you created all those spirits, yeah, just to accomplish that. Indeed. When Lady Christie believed divine wrath was the cause of the mark, I had never been more amused. Her foolishness was so delightful, I just had to come along with you. So you lied. Of course. How could a pile of broken statues possibly do anything? I could be imagining it, but I feel like she hesitated for a moment there. 50 years ago, I was sealed away by the head of the Kujo family. I woke here 5 years ago. At the time, I was still unable to speak and communicate, but it seems my awakening alone caused a number of ripples. Oh no, the ancient evil lied. Who could have guessed? Yeah. I mean, you know, at the beginning of the game, she's the first character, essentially, that you meet, and it's like, oh, yes, possessed demon doll? She cannot possibly be evil. But it seems my awakening alone caused a number of ripples. Those who died unfortunate deaths on cursed land became monstrous spirits. The H-elementary abuse, the honeybee mass suicide, Seiko's assault and suicide, they all happened 5 years ago. I finally regained my full power a little over a month ago. Then the Buddha statue, connected to me 50 years ago, began moving. The woman killed by the statue was also influenced by my power. That must be the cannon soldier and Zukawa. Zukawa believed it was divine oracle from the soldier when it really had been Mary. She did as the great Ashura said and transformed herself into Miss Zu. She's cute. She can't be evil. Totally Junko. Hey man, just about everybody in Danganronpa is cute. Just about. Not exactly everybody, but you know. If it's anime, it should be cute. Most likely. Possibly. Once my strength returned, I again bestowed my power on spirits. It connects humans to me and manipulates them into a panic. The mark. I know you've been toying with us, but, well, was there really a need to make us be connected to you in some way? Of course. By being in direct contact with you, I could taste your fear. Even now. Are you scared of me, Lord Yoshiki? Nope. totally. I'll just stay silent. She's gonna call me on my bullshit. So you are terrified to the extent that it steals your speech. Her porcelain face cracks. Ugh. Ever since you declared that you would fight the mark, I have waited eagerly for this day. Over the past 10 days, I have tasted your fear through the mark. Thick and syrupy, as sweet as honey. Each savored morsel made me want to smash you to pieces, but I waited. I am not so foolish as to kill a goose that lays golden eggs. Ma'am, please, don't take off the mask. There it goes. But I cannot take it anymore. Like crushing a ripe fruit and sipping its juices. I want to break you down and savor your sweet fear. Ew, yucky. The mark is dyed a deep crimson. Sunrise. A few minutes left until death closes in. Yeah, she's right there. She's like 5 feet in front of my face. My thoughts blur together suddenly. What happens to a mark bearer right before dawn? I've seen it many times. Is that what's happening to me now? Lord Yashiki, wait for me. I'll kill. I can hear Mary stand up over by the sofa. At this rate, the rabbit's fate will be mine too. I have to run away. Where, though? Check within the red in my room. See, if we had just cleaned up her blood in the beginning, we would have found whatever's there. Something whispers in my ear. That's right, that voice. But what does my room mean? Focus. Who does that voice belong to? Yasuoka, she said it was someone who loved me. Mary's coming closer. Where should I run? Ah! Size room. Yeah, but like, if you see a pool of blood, it's your first thought. Let's clean. I mean, yes, they've been staying in this mansion for like 10 days. And they just left it there. Like, excuse me? I sprinted at full speed up the stairs and fly into Saya's room. Oh no, my controller disconnected again. Ah, there we go. Much like the entrance hall, it's dark. The voice said, check within the red in my room. Is something there? But where should I look? The bed. Yeah, let's just check the bed. Sure. It's got white sheets, man. Sayakujo's blunt stain is still on the floor, because we never cleaned it. It's obviously dry by this point in time. There might be something lying on top of it. I can't be sure, as it's too dark. We were in here multiple times with the light on, and they didn't think to even look at the bloodstain. Like, nothing was there the last time I was here. Unless it just magically appeared. Picking it up, I discover that it's a small pouch. Inside is a hard, thin object. I move over to the moonlight to see it better. It's a small Buddha statue. It can't be. Is this the Nenji Butsu? It seems to be stained with blood, and I get an ominous feeling from it. The impurity, it hasn't been exorcised yet. I mean, maybe her ghost or whatever ghost is talking to him put it there. I mean, mayhaps. Supernatural. Anything can happen with supernatural phenomena. I instinctively know the instant I see it. My mind is suddenly flooded with all of my memories of the Nenji Butsu, one after another. 50 years ago, the head of the Kujo family used this to steal Mary's power. He put the Nenji Butsu inside her to seal her. Then, about a month ago, someone took it out. That person was me. Because of that, Mary regained her powers. The Nenji Butsu in my hand looks exactly as it did back then, full of impurity. Impurity that's built up from sealing Mary's power for 50 years. To cleanse it, I left the Nenji Butsu at the uncontaminated H Shrine. It would take time to exorcise all of the impurity. It's already July. The summer purification rite is over. So why is it still impure? The object the rabbit had in its mouth. It could have been carrying the pouch then instead of the master key. Then the Nenjibutsu was taken away from the 8th shrine before the beginning of July. Maybe the rabbit saw Mary by the shrine and was scared that she would find it, so it had no choice but to steal it away. The door to the adjacent room opens. Mary must be looking for me. But she can sense the presence of mark bearers. What's going on? Wait, is it possible that Saya's blood is protecting me? Just slather myself in it. Just roll around. Bring it to where I met my end. The voice whispers in my ear again. If this isn't where the voice's owner died, they must have met their end elsewhere. There's only one other place. The foyer? Well, Mary is in the room next door. I sprint down to the entrance hall, yeah. I make a beeline to Mary's sofa and the spot where the rabbit died. Wait, doesn't that mean this is on a 50-year cycle? Like, God forbid we succeed, that means someone in the future is screwed. Essentially, yes. But next time, they need to make sure they leave the people for next time some very, very detailed notes, because someone screwed up this past time. The voice that spoke to me and helped me every time a spirit was closing in. If Saya was working through anything, it must have been that rabbit. Sensing something, I looked down at my hand. The Nenjibutsu's purity is gone. Like magic. Is this what you've been telling me, Saya? I speak to the departed woman who's guided me as I struggled without memories. Put the Nenjibutsu, the source of the doll's curse, press it to the black mark. Then the whispers stop. The floorboards creak ominously. Raise my head to the staircase rising into the darkness before me. Ew. Ew. A dark figure stands on the landing. I found you! Ew. The mark scorches me. My head goes blank. Mary's coming closer. My body won't listen to me. Ah, Lord Yoshiki. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Here's Johnny. She hasn't broken any doors down, you know. But she just might. I mean, Mary closes her hands around my neck. She's trying to kill me. I squeeze the Nenjibutsu and the fog that's impending my thoughts lifts. It's still a struggle to think. I should be able to move my arm now. Put the Nenjibutsu on the source of the curse. I only have one chance. Where should I stick the Nenjibutsu? Her right arm! Not my right, her right. Hopefully we can make that distinction. I managed to drag my impossibly heavy arm and stick the Nenjibutsu on Mary's right arm. She's hiding it. But I'm sure that's where the black mark was. Just a little bit of makeup, you know? That'll cover that right up. Marks bloom on Mary one after another. They're all the color of blood. It's like they're the curse of those she killed. Bye-bye. See you in hell, bitch. Mary shatters into dust. Did I really do it? I hesitantly look down at my right arm. The mark is gone. I did it? I finally did it. I have to say it out loud to convince myself. A victory at the expense of Saya's life. I can't claim it's completely over, but there's no harm being relieved for now. Okay, so if her body was destroyed and she's stuck in the thingy, can we just leave the ninja thingy in the shrine to get auto-purified? I mean, well, because I think she's still technically, like, a doll. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Because I know, like, she, like, shattered, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I could just, like, throw her on the ground or something and shatter her and put her pieces in a pouch and then put her in the shrine. I mean, hey, you know, that would be smart. But I think what they do is they put it inside of her. I think that's what they do. There's no harm being relieved for now. Fine, sweep the dust in the ninja thingy and put it in the shrine. The fog clouding my head clears away. My memories slowly return to me. I look around the dimly lit hall again. I know this mansion well, because I'm... The clock on the second floor begins chiming wildly like it did 10 days ago. When I make my way up to it, it stops, almost as if it has a will of its own. That's right, this grandfather clock. I think a skilled ancestor of the Kujo family crafted it. That one chisel may have been used to make it. That's right, inside this clock. I open the door and stick my hand inside. My fingers brush something hard. Taking it out, I realize it's a voice recorder. I press the play button. Asan, this is Masamune Kujo. It's a man's voice, a voice I know all too well. It's my voice. I decided to leave this record behind in case something should happen. That doll may dispose of any files or documents. I'm banking on her overlooking a piece of technology. As I listen, I start to remember recording this. I'd done it right before I received the mark from Mary. Now, where should I begin? It started 5 years ago, 2 years after I became Kujo family head. My sister, Saya, and I found the doll in a wood box while sorting the warehouse. The moment I broke the seal and saw her, I could sense something sinister, but it took a while longer to fully understand what she truly is. If only there had been records. But great-grandfather, who sealed her, didn't leave any before his early death. Because of that, his descendants weren't told about the doll. It's quite the massive oversight. I managed to learn the doll had been loaned to an army lab during the war. A strange old man who lived in an underground shelter told me. And then I went overseas to try to get more information on the doll. But I got into an accident while away and was presumed missing. So Saya became the new family head. I wasn't able to contact her until after she had inherited the title. It wasn't something worth contesting, so I explained everything and had her keep up the facade that I was missing. Public records still stated Masamune Kujo was much alive, of course. I couldn't have used my passport or license otherwise. I'm off topic, sorry. I only just returned to the country last week. Other psychics abroad all agreed it could be bad to leave the doll be, and Nenjibutsu inside the doll still suppressed its cursed power, but I realized that it was almost at its limit. If I left it alone, it would crumble. Then it'd be impossible to suppress the cursed power of the doll. That was worst case scenario, but what was to be done? The answer I came up with was to remove the Nenjibutsu from the doll temporarily. Its impurity would be cleansed after a month stored in a pure area. And then I'll place it back in the doll. If I succeed, the doll's power will be sealed for a few more decades. But the problem is that 1 month. I have no idea what kind of curse will be released when the doll's unsealed. I'll do what I can to prevent disasters, but my power can't compare to the Nenjibutsu. I can't guarantee anything. There may be victims again, like the tragedy 50 years ago. But this is a necessary evil. It must be done in order to prevent even more people from falling victim. After this, I'll disassemble the doll and remove the ninjutsu. I pray everything goes according to plan and the worst of evils is avoided. I hope this record isn't needed. But if the one listening to this has a loved one who's fallen victim to the curse, then I'm very sorry. The recording ends there. Damn it. I clench my fist so hard my nails dig into my palms. Yes, the voice on the tape was mine, but I'm furious with it. I don't know that person at all. The mark has claimed so many victims over the past month. I even lost my little sister, Saya. Was she just another inevitable victim that the voice spoke of? There was nothing else that could be done, though. It had to be done. I'm Kazuo Yoshiki, but I'm also Masamune Kujo. I understand why he felt as if he had to do that. It was his fate. The Kujo family are forever linked to that cursed doll. Cannon Soldier, end. End. Two months have passed. The occasional cool breeze signals that summer is almost over. I've spent my time putting the case of the mark to rest as best I can. I put Saya to rest by burying the rabbit and contacted the surviving mark bearers. Putting the Buddha statues in places of honor was also one of those tasks. They weren't connected to the mark after all, but I couldn't just leave them there. Plus, there was no way Christie'd keep quiet about the statues. So, with her guidance and Yasuoka, Daimon, and Banshee's help, I carried the broken statues out of the shelter and returned them to H Shrine. By now, my memory has completely returned. Things didn't quite go as originally planned, but at least the danger has passed. I don't think my decision as Masamune Kujo was wrong, but at times, waves of powerlessness and despondency overwhelm me. When I think of the victims of the mark, and of Saya in particular, my chest hurts. I want to do something for them as the new head of the Kujo family. About the memories I've regained, I became the Kujo family head 7 years ago. I'll admit I was a bit of a recluse. I left the public appearances to Saya, preferring to stay out of the spotlight. The only photos of me are from small local newspapers. I uncovered Mary by accident in the family's warehouse 5 years ago. It was just a discovery that changed my life. I traveled extensively abroad in order to learn more about Mary. In one country, I got into an accident and fell into a coma for half a year. Ugh. Even worse, that country proceeded to treat me as an unidentified traveler. I don't know if that was merely my terrible luck, or if Mary's curse had something to do with it. When I was finally able to contact home, Saya had already become the new head. The rest was as the tape said. That's like the worst luck ever. I had no idea that Mary's power was far greater than I had imagined. All of my efforts to suppress her power were completely useless. My memories unraveled faster than I thought. How did Mary come to be in the first place? One theory says a doll maker in the 19th century used magic to create her. Another says the spirit of a young girl who died prematurely took up residence in a doll. That truly is the worst luck, right? In the end, it's still a mystery. No one knows what happened to create a doll like that. We only know that each of Mary's owners died tragic deaths. Shortly after the turn of the 20th century, she came to be owned by the head of the Kujos. He either didn't know of the curse or simply didn't believe it. Disasters began befalling the family. Mary gained enough power to become sentient and produce spirits. Then the tragedy in the shelter happened. The seething grudges of the experiment's victims and the Buddha statues. They may have triggered her awakening. Whatever Mary's true identity is, the fact remains she altered many people's fates. Mine and the mark bearers included. Speaking of, an update on the surviving mark bearers. Hey Dad, this thing has literally had every owner of it die. Ayo, that sounds dope. Let's buy it. I mean, right? Hey, you know, like, people who collect, like, old, like, cursed shit, you know, they're into that, you know? They think that's, like, the coolest thing ever. I personally just stay away. That's killing people? No thank you, I'm gonna go the other way. Moe Watanabe became a part-time writer for her favorite magazine, OOP Arts Monthly. She sometimes comes to Kudrow Mansion to interview me about spirits and ghosts. Tsukasa Yoshida is studying every day for the middle school exams next year. He bragged in his letter to me about how well he did in the national mock tests. Ah. Yeah, no, this is a cursed object. It's only... Stay away. Hey, that stuff's expensive, like, too. Like, it's cursed and it's expensive? No, thank you. I ain't got the money for that kind of hobby. Satoru Mashita bought me a drink, like he promised. Seems he's thinking about becoming a private detective. He actually asked me if I wanted to join him. Was he serious? I don't know for sure. Sho Nagashima is picking fights, riding his bike, and doing whatever he wants as usual. But recently, out of the blue, I heard he's joined his neighborhood's baseball team. Well, good for him. Christy Arimura has started writing an essay exposing all of her past affairs. She's trying to get back into the industry. Suzumori Miya was able to see her father. Lately, she started asking me for advice about how to get her parents to reconcile. I have no idea if I helped at all, but she says they sometimes have meals together now. Eita Nakamatsu has gone back to surfing the BBS every day, as usual. But what's new is he's been stopping by the City Employment Center. I guess he wants to get a steady job and be a role model for Suzu. Best of luck to him. A day doesn't go by that I don't see Ai Kashiwagi on TV as part of Love and Hero. She sent a ticket like she promised, but I need to drum up some courage to go to a concert for teens, alone, at my age. Tawako Yasuoka is still working as a fortune teller in Ginza. Apparently, she believes I have spiritual powers or something. She keeps sending customers with spirit problems to the mansion. I wish she'd stop. Madoka Hiru spends her days working as a researcher while also visiting a shelter. Her and Banshee squabble a lot, but I wish she'd stop complaining to me about it. Shuji Daimon seems to be doing better now, like a weight's been lifted off his chest. He's in the process of convincing officials to publicize the shelter and build a memorial for it. Banshee Ito has returned to his beloved underground shelter. He stops by the mansion sometimes, filling the place with his scent. Of course, he comes to beg me for food. Gotta help a man out. Now then. Finish my break and return to the workbench in the corner of the room. Over the past 2 months, Mary has managed to repair herself. Her power hasn't completely come back yet, but she's still extremely frightening. The Nenjibutsu alone won't be enough to continue sealing her powers in the years to come. I must prepare extra spiritual measures. It's taken a long time to get those ready, but today I've finally finished. Easy fix. And the mud mentions put a shower. I mean, he'd probably just run straight past it into the kitchen. So he gets a quick shower and he gets food. Just put like sprinklers in the front yard and just turn them on whenever he comes. So when he runs through, he gets a quick shower. It's taken a long time to get those ready, but today I've finally finished. Once everything is complete, I replace the Nenjibutsu inside Mary. Finally, it's over. I pick Mary up and put her in a wood box. 5 years. This all started when I opened the lid of this box. Mary stares up at me from the depths of the box. I have no idea if she's aware of what's happening right now. But there's no doubt she'll regain her powers when the Nenjibutsu wears out decades from now. I'm determined to find a way to destroy this cursed doll before that happens. Until that day, you need to stay asleep, Mary. Deathmark, and I'm pretty sure there's a DLC, and I'm pretty sure I have it, so we can just go straight into that. Oh, I guess I can skip that. The gallery has been added to the title screen. You are able to view the game's illustrations. Data is being saved. Oh, okay. And now, a lot of time has passed. We're old now. Not that much time. The muted chirping of insects gently drift along a breeze that enters the mansion. It's cool enough to sleep through the night again. It's nearly autumn, after all. I stare out the window at the unchanging scenery without really seeing it. Clouds in the distance rumble with thunder. As if on cue, a chill wind brushes up against the window pane. Rain again, huh? I comment because otherwise it feels like I'm in a dream. It's as if a stranger is speaking. I stare at the leaden sky. Even though I'm resting in a chair, I feel like I'm somewhere far away. When I shift, I see out of the corner of my eye the stack of books piled on the desk. Somewhere pretty difficult to get my hands on. But I don't feel like reading them anymore. I could read all of them, and none will give me any type of clue. That's all I've learned after all this time wasted. The longer I try, the further away it gets. That thing sleeping in the wooden box. That thing. I head downstairs to make myself some coffee. There's a sudden knock at the door. That hollow sound doesn't bring back good memories. It used to signal the arrival of new mark bearers to the mansion. But that's in the past now. I swing the door open. Standing in front of me is...
Konnichiwa.
Hiya! Moe Watanabe. Is now a good time, mister? Oh, if it isn't, just tell me and I'll leave you alone. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I thought it was gonna be Mary. Nah, she's upstairs, locked away for at least 50 years, hopefully. Moe flashes a carefree smile and steps inside with a pep in her step. Just her presence makes this place feel less gloomy. With a start, I realize that Moe isn't my only visitor. Where are your parents? It's been a while. Children! I'm sorry for coming without contacting you. Tsukasa, this is rare. Why are you here? Did you come to insult me again? It'd been a while since we'd met up, so we talked about what happened. And obviously the topic came to you. So I told him that I visit you a lot and that he should come with me. No big deal, right? I was just getting bored. Hey guys. Of course I don't mind. I was just getting bored. Yeah, I figured as much. You seem the type with the time on your hands. I haven't seen them both together since the mark. Moe's come by sometimes for interviews and the like for an occult magazine. But this is the first time I've seen Tsukasa Yoshida since then. Mom and Dad, I'm going on a trip to another city to visit man you've never met. I'll be back Thursday. Goodbye. Like, how the hell did this conversation go? They probably just snuck out, you know, their windows in the middle of the night, like normal kids. I guess. I don't know. I never snuck out, so I don't know how that goes. I wasn't really concerned over him, but I'll admit I'm relieved to see he's alright. I'm glad to see her well. Have you gotten a chance to relax? No. I have, but aren't you busy with entrance exams? Do you have time to waste doing this? Breaks are important. As an adult, you should understand that. Yeah, you're right. I glance over to see Moe staring at me. What is it? It's just, I'm working hard at my job, too. You don't have anything to say. I know you are. It's only natural to work hard. Don't catch a cold. We'll be nice. I can't think of anything appropriate to say. Don't catch a cold. What? It's obvious you're clueless. Don't force yourself. Not that I'll gain anything by having you praise me. But no way am I a match for Tsukasa. He works crazy hard. He was first in the recent mock tests. That's only natural. After all, I have a goal. You do? I've never heard him mention it. Or maybe I should say I never expected him to say he has a goal. You have something you're trying to accomplish? My parents were lawyers, so I was thinking of entering the juridical profession. But... was thinking, huh? Has he changed his mind then? Wow, that's a cool dream. Jurassics, you like dinosaurs too. Tsukasa's glare is full of contempt. Not Jurassic, juridical, as in working and dealing with the law. Are you really in high school, Moe? I've never been at a loss for words here. To be honest, now I'm not sure. If possible, I'd like to ask you for your opinion, mister. Is that alright? Bro, I'm a ghost hunter. What? I don't mind, but I'm kind of surprised. Who'd think Tsukasa would ask me for advice? That incident, I was wrapped up in started it. Now I know there are so many incomprehensible things in the world. I'm considering going into science in order to elucidate them. But my parents, I feel that it would be difficult to tell them. Ah, I see. That's what's going on. It's a serious predicament. You don't seem like someone who has much in the way of work experience, but what do you think I should do? I mean, bro, you're like 10. I think it's fine. It's difficult to say. If he's given the idea serious thought, then it'd be better for him to tell his parents. Parents only want their kids to be happy. They'll support him if that's what he wants. So that's what I tell him. I see. I hope my parents think the same way as you. Thank you very much. I feel a bit better now. I have no idea of if my advice was really helpful or not, but Tsukasa bows politely to me. Yeah, no, if I was legit ghost hunter suddenly, I wouldn't know what to do from that point on. Right? Like, I don't think he has a job right now either, so it's just like, he's just doing research. That's all he's doing. Like survivors of supernatural movies and stuff. I wonder how they get along for the rest of their life. Dude, I have no clue. That seems like that'd be pretty tough. Just like, yes, all this crazy shit is happening, and then, everything's normal, and I have a normal 9-to-5 job. It just seems like that'd be really weird. I have no idea if my advice was really helpful or not, but Tsukasa bows politely to me. Great, you good now? Your future's bright, unlike this old guy here, so don't worry so much. Come on. That's not true. I'm sure he also has a bright... They both look at me. Nope, can't picture it. But that's what makes him approachable, so he's good to vent to at least. But there definitely are things that only he can do. Honestly, I can't think of any myself. I can make a good pot of coffee, but that's not really what they're talking about. Hey, he could be like a barista, if you wanted. I mean, there's that doll. Tsukasa falls silent. It seems my expression gave me away. Like, I lived through the Saw games and I'm supposed to go to my job at the grocery store like normal now. That is supernatural, but still. Well, yeah, like, you know, there... Yeah, that just seems like that'd be really odd. Just something that we just don't think about much, I guess, when it comes to those types of situations. Like, how does one go back to normal daily life? It just seems really weird. It seems my expression gave me away. Have you not made much progress? Nothing I can share at the moment. I've researched everything I can. Mary's true identity is as elusive as smoke. I still haven't managed to find clues. So I'm taking a bit of a break now. I'm glossing over it, but to be honest, any sort of tension has vanished. My rest hasn't relaxed me. It's more like I'm a balloon that's lost all its air. If I was risking my life and facing death every day, it might be different, but right now, my determination to move forward that I had back then is gone. That's so. I'm sorry, I had no idea. Then it might be best for you to rest and relax a bit. How about a trip to improve your mood? You might get a good idea. I'm about to reply to that when... Uh-oh, spaghetti. There's another knock at the door. Who could that be? Yes, who is it? Ollie calls out playfully like she lives here and skips over to answer the door. Oh, hey! Thanks for coming back. If you just got here, we just finished the main game, or like going into the DLC now. But you could check that out after if you really want to. I'm coming in. The brusque voice belongs to Mashita. The ex-detective, Satoru Mashita. I think it's funny. Oh, he's still talking. Okay. There's more voice acting in the DLC than there is in the rest of the game. Hey, what's all this? When did you start a daycare? Huh, Mr. Mashita? Why are you here? Did you come to see us? Moe is clearly excited, but Tsukasa is collected as he bows politely. I'm in your debt for your help back then. Still, I'm surprised I didn't think we'd be able to meet here. Mashita gives an annoyed shake of his head. I'm the one asking why you're here. Like, at least as far as I remember, the original Evil Dead movies and Ash Wednesday showed up. He became a badass and I respect it, yeah. Hey, you know, if you can bounce back one of those from, you know, one of those situations, like, hey, you know, you can make it work. Oh, I need to take a sip. I keep forgetting I have beverages. I'm the one asking you why you're here. Damn, we're going in circles now. Don't lie, I know you're happy to see us. You're always hiding your feelings. Oh, but what a huge coincidence. We've got everyone from the Hanahiko case back together again. This is totally destiny. I can feel conflicted seeing her innocent smile. If everyone's happy after such a horrific event, then maybe it'll fade quickly to memory. Everyone, huh? In that case, one person, no, one being is missing. As he mutters, he glances at a spot in the room. It would be best to change the subject. Since you don't have a hydrate routine yet, should we just hydrate to remind you? I mean, if you wanna, sure, but, like, I don't know, I could get one set up at some point. I'd have to figure out how to do it, because I am monkey at technology, but I'll figure it out. But normally, once, like, my throat starts getting dry, I'm like, oh, must take a sip. But, yeah. So why are you here? I have something to ask you first. He answers me with a question, like usual. Yoshiki, I told you that fortune teller about my office, didn't you? Does he mean Tawako Yasuoka? Yeah, it might have come up while I was talking to her about Mary. Why'd you have to go out and do that? Now I'm drowning under investigation requests. Wait, does that mean... Are you a private eye, Mr. Mashita? Moe butts in, her eyes shining. She's not timid, I'll grant you that. Wow, I guess you'd be pretty good at that. Oh, if you get an interesting job, bring me along with you. Even Mashita can only blink at her innocence. And this is exactly why it's annoying. Oh hey, Stevie, thanks for coming back. How you doing? And everybody's jumping in right now. Still, when I think about it, Mashita's complaints don't make much sense. How could he be disadvantaged by my sharing his info with Yasuoka, who's incredibly famous? He himself said he was drowning under requests. I only told her about your office. What's wrong with that? Getting job requests is good, isn't it? What detective hates too many requests? Plus, he only just started. Even if he's insanely talented, there's no way he's already overwhelmed. It depends on what the request is about. The one I just got is the worst. Did he just hesitate? Mashita? It's your fault that this happened. So, Yoshiki. Yes? I'm going to have you help me. Help you? Well, wait a minute, what are we talking about here? Can't you guess based on the context? I believe he's telling you he wants your help with a detective job. Thanks, tiny child. Wow, I can't really picture him working as a private eye, though. Now, if he were to investigate a supernatural phenomenon, that would be Wait, don't tell me. This worst request ever that you got. We all hold our breath as we stare at Mashita. Exactly. A spirit might be involved. Dun dun dun. It's a good opportunity. This is what I heard from that old fortune teller. Little Red Riding Hood. No, this is totally for real, I swear. I think I saw something real bad on that Love Hotel street the other day. You heard about the Red Riding Hood girl? That rumor about people disappearing after entering that Love Hotel in Case City? On rainy days, this girl stands by the road like she's trying to get customers. Anyone who goes in the hotel with her ends up missing. And here's the kicker. Eventually, they're found, but their heads are so messed up they can't even remember their names. Some end up dying in the hospital, and others jump in front of trains. I totally forgot when I was walking around at night the last time it rained. And there was a girl in a red raincoat there, so I thought I'd chat her up. But when I got close to her... Tell me, are you... Need to head to bed. I hope everyone has a great night. Thanks for coming! Make sure you get a good night's sleep. She suddenly started whispering to me. I got real creeped out, so I bolted. No, I'm seriously glad she didn't follow me. Thinking back on it, something was odd. It wasn't raining that hard, but she was the only one who was soaked from head to toe. Later, I realized that raincoat was probably soaked with blood. It seems so cheesy. That's all I was told. I'm sorry, but I must say that sounds like a simple ghost story. The rainy shopping district and the red raincoat, rather suspicious. Mashita ignores Tsukasa, looking straight at me instead. It's enough to make me concerned. I'll leave the rest to you, Yoshiki. Solve it yourself. You're coming with me. I'm bogged down with my other cases. I don't have time to... Hi. It's your fault that old lady brought this to me, so you need to take responsibility. But... Come on, you can help him out a little. I'll help too. The editorial department might have some info on a case like this. And your investigations need an assistant, right? Did you learn nothing, Miss Moe? Isn't this what put you in danger last time? Last time. Those words draw my eyes immediately to a certain spot. She's not here anymore. The same thing won't happen. It can't. But somewhere deep in my heart, I'm anxious. Don't work yourself up. It's more likely that it's just a lie. A bunch of it sounds like it was made up. That's why it's such a pain to have an absurd request like this brought to me. Mashita's right. It's highly likely the whole story was made up. If I had to point out anything concerning about it, it's pretty detailed for just a rumor. And it leaves the same kind of impression as rumors of real spirits. But it's better to be safe than sorry. If it does end up true, then we need to act now, yeah? Okay, I'll do it. Yes, dear. I hoped you'd say that. We better get No, I'm going alone. What? No way, that's not fair. I don't think I could bring a high school child into the red light district, just saying. I knew she'd complain, but I can't put her in harm's way. Listen, Moe, I need you to search for info. I've got no way to research these rumors, but you have access to a lot more than me. Use your position to gather information. I really hate sitting out and watching you do everything, but if that's how I can help best, then that's what I'll do this time. If you find anything out, though, tell me, okay? I promise. It's settled. Mashita takes out a notebook, rips out a page, and hands it to me. The address of the hotel, Masquerade. It's abandoned now, though. Meet there at 8 tomorrow night. 8 p.m.? I have to go at a specific time? The client set the time. The old lady said she'd call and help, so it's probably a scheduled thing. I don't have to handle this alone, then. Plus, this is Yasuoka. I'm sure she has some kind of plan in mind. Well then, I need to get to my other cases. Bye. Mashita turns on his heel and vanishes out the front door. But he's just as suddenly back. What's wrong? Weren't you leaving? Nothing, just realized it's a little late for kids to be wandering around outside. Mashita calls out to the other two. Hey, you two, I'll drive you back, so hurry up and get in the car. Oh, is that okay? Then I'll take you up on that. I agree, it is pretty late, sorry to trouble you. Well then, mister, we'll be going. The rhythmic ticking of the grandfather clock echoes through the hall. How long has it been since those three went home? I sit and mull over what Mashita told me. I have a bad feeling about this. It's perfectly reasonable to believe it's just rumors, a normal case even. But the more I think about it, the more I'm doubting it. I avert my eyes from the sofa. I silently ask its absent master a question, but of course there's no way she'd reply. The next evening, I get ready and leave my room with heavy steps. The clock says it's 6 on the dot. It's still early for the meetup time. I guess unconsciously I'm a little impatient. I'm already ready. There's no reason to wait here at the mansion. Guess I'll go. I'll just kill time there if I'm early. I'll learn the truth in and out. It'll be quick. I turned the car key. My mood improved somewhat. New info was added to the spirit file. Rumors of Red Riding Hood. I'm by myself. Masquerade. I arrive at the designated hotel 20 minutes before the meeting time. The rain falling when I left Cujo Mansion has now turned to a drizzle. I park my car in a lot and walk to the street. The hotel, my destination, stands at the end. So that's it. There's hardly anyone on this neon-lit street, perhaps because of the rain. Didn't that rumor, Red Riding Hood, appears when it rains? It's the perfect night to investigate the rumor. The hotel in question doesn't seem to be particularly guarded against intruders either. Anyone can step inside if they wanted. I see, so that's why it's the focal point of the rumor. People going in the abandoned hotel on a dare, running across suspicious people or squatters. Then their stories get exaggerated, and we get the rumor that's the basis of this case. I bet someone was seen in red clothes, and it turned into Red Riding Hood. That's probably how it really is. Copium. My heart suddenly feels a lot lighter. I guess I was taking this too seriously after all. Now that I've gotten rid of one worry, though, this time something else starts bugging me. I'm a grown man standing alone in the middle of this road in the red light district. This isn't going to do anything good for my reputation. I should get out of the rain until it's time to meet. I glance around the area for a place. Oh, is that you, Yoshiki? I thought so. Hey, it's been a while. A woman in a lab coat appears. It's Madoka Hiru. Hiru? I heard I had help, but I didn't think it'd be you. What, you don't approve? Take your complaints up with Yasuoka. No complaints here. No, I didn't mean it like that. It's because she's scared of the supernatural. Whatever else can be said about her, Hiru is a calm, collected, and logical. Her opinions are valuable. Huh? Well, that's a surprise. I guess you do respect me, as you should. My neck tingles from the strength of her judging stare. I wasn't expecting her to have changed, and she definitely hasn't. Do you still visit the underground shelter? Yes, well, once in a while. I've been busy with work recently, so I haven't had the time. How are things going on your end? Nothing exciting. I'm taking some time to relax. This doesn't look like relaxing. I wasn't really asking about you personally. Whatever, I think I have a pretty clear picture now. Hira glances down at her watch distractedly. Something wrong? No, he should be here soon. Oh, wait, there he is. I follow Hira's gaze to find... hello, did I make you wait for me? I keep forgetting that there's like voice acting in this. Daimon? You were rounded up for this too? Haha, that's not a nice way to put it, but yes, basically. Yasuoka insisted, so I'll be accompanying you today. And don't worry about me, my health has been much better since then. Your skin isn't saying the same thing. My cough has mostly gone away too. Oh, really? He seems to be pretty confident about that, but he looks as pale as ever. But it's his body, and he's a doctor, so if he says he's fine, I'll just have to believe him. I met with Hiro just recently, but, well, I hope we work well together again. I can't say an unscientific investigation gets me very excited, but I owe the old woman, so this is how I'll pay her back. You owe her? Yeah, it's almost impossible to get your hands on old army documents, but she's got a lot of influence, so I had her pull some strings for me. Well, I guess not just her. You saved me too, back when all that stuff was going on. It's not like I don't feel indebted to you. I see, thanks. I can't say I ever expected here to feel that way, but in a situation like this, I'm grateful. By the way, is it okay for both of you to walk around in your lab coats? Shouldn't you change? Hey, this is a professional look. During an investigation like this, it's actually even better than... Here, a cell phone rings in her pocket. Oh, give me a second. Sorry, I got an email. Let's see here. Hiro checks the screen, her back turned to me. Hiro seems busy as ever. I'm barely busy myself. Sorry to drag you all the way out here then. No, don't worry about that. If you're after something, then I want to help you out. After all, we overcame that horrible trial together. To us, you're... a friend? No, something even stronger. Okay, well at least it's stronger. Like, a comrade in arms. Okay. Sorry for the interruption, but it was an important message. The last person won't make it. I was cut by her manager. She means the idol Ai Kashiwagi. Sounds like she's keeping busy too. But bringing a popular idol to a place like this sounds like a PR nightmare. So here hands me her cell phone. What are you doing? She's still on the line. She wants to apologize to you herself. I don't really need... Quit your grumbling and take the call. Hiro shoves the phone into my hands without letting me get a word in edgewise. Guess I have no choice. My voice when I speak into the phone is surprisingly meek. Hello? Oh, is this you, Mr. Yoshiki? Good morning, it's me, Ai Kashiwagi. I'm so sorry. I'll regret not being able to help you for the rest of my life. Her whirlwind of words is the same as always, energetic and full of exaggeration. I do my best to convince her not to worry. No, it's fine, really. I doubt anything will even happen over this. Really? I hope so. Oh no, my cue's coming up. Please come to our next performance for sure, Mr. Yoshiki. Okay, bye! And just like that, the hurricane of a phone call passes us by. The change in excitement levels leaves a vacuum. My head spins. She's tiring, isn't she? Geez, that old lady thought it'd be a good idea to bring an idol on a case. By the way, Yoshiki, are you close to Kashiwagi? That's an odd question coming from Daimon. Yeah, I mean, I have her contact info at least. Could you get me concert tickets? A kid at work's a huge fan of her, but they can never get a ticket. Oh, that explains it. Still, I didn't think she was that popular. I could try asking. How many do you need? 3, if possible. I'd like to go as well. It's a rare opportunity. You're a little old for idols. You have a thing for girls. I'm a connoisseur of music. Idols have nothing to do with it. A subject change right now would be wise. Gotta... Sir. Stop talking! I got a lot of free time to stand around, I see, but playtime's over. Yeah. Mashita, what are you doing here? This case is a request from a client. Wanted to make sure you showed. Well, thanks. Jerk, what planet... my brain just died. What, planning on observing us, are you? What if we hadn't shown up? One of you is a no-show, in fact. I heard 4 were coming. Kashiwagi couldn't make it. It seems her manager caught her. That's so. He shrugs, indifferent. Guess he figures it won't make much difference. So you took care of your other cases already? Thought I told you I'm just checking in. While I'm here, I have new info on the hotel to give you. Just then, someone else's cell phone starts ringing shrilly. Oops, this one's from the hospital. Excuse me for a moment. One after another. We're all the most reliable. We decide to take shelter from the rain. Oh yeah, we're just standing out there getting drenched. Daimon has to finish his call, and we may as well hear what info Mashita has for us. Pretty art. We commandeer a dirty smoking area on the corner. Then we start our improvised strategy meeting. They all just look so done. God, this rain is irritating. I hate it. Hiro grumbles as she gulps down her drink. Mashita gives her a sidelong glance and sighs, exhaling smoke. Then he starts to talk. Listen, I don't have... sir, stop talking, please. Okay. Listen, I don't have time to waste, so I'll make this short. That hotel, Masquerade, closed down about a year ago now. It's unclear why, but it probably has to do with the owner going missing. Missing? That sounds like the Red Riding Hood rumors. I mean, it's kind of a standard word in any urban legend, but why he went missing is unknown. But something is definitely behind it. He just up and vanished. Hiro pipes up, frowning. Then that just proves this is a normal case. Is there any point in searching the hotel? Mashita taps his cigarette into the ashtray, shaking off the ash. He then continues with the same train of thought. It seems he's going to ignore Hiro's request. I don't know if it's Hiro, I don't know. A few publications had fun with the story for a while. It's prime gossip. But after a point, it stopped being reported and everyone up and forgot. Now, this is just my guess, but this area's crime syndicate turf. They likely applied pressure to keep things quiet. Makes sense for a red light district. At least, that's how it seems from the way he's talking. And what started spreading around at the same time as that missing person's case are... Mashita waves his lit cigarette out toward the street. The rumors of Red Riding Hood. The so-called eyewitness reports and the people who actually heard things. Put all together, it seems Masquerade is the center of all the rumors. Yasuoka brought the request to me, and is also of the same opinion. Masquerade simply stands there quietly on the dark streets, soaked with rain. The neon lights at its feet almost seem to be staring out at the world. I see. Hello. When I turn around, someone is standing there. My heart thunders in my chest. Hiro. There we go. Thanks for the voice acting, sir. Hey, Hiro, behind you. Huh? What? Is there a moth? Hiro looks behind her, puzzled. Nothing's there. Sorry. I think my eyes were playing tricks on me. I make an effort to gloss over it, but there's no way I can believe it was a trick. I'm sure I saw it. Maybe the darkness has strained my eyes and I saw something that wasn't there, but... Daimon's call ends. Phew, sorry. Patient with an emergency. I managed to walk them through procedures, but I need to go soon, or... I'm terribly sorry. I'll make up for this later, I promise. Bye, Daimon. Daimon runs off into lightly falling rain. Human lives depend on his work. This kind of thing is inevitable. Which means Hiro and I will have to handle the investigation by ourselves tonight. He's got a nice voice. So the only one left is a science freak. That's concerning. What? What did she say? That how you treat people helping you out? Paying no mind to Hiro's violent outburst, Mashita calmly looks at his watch. It's time. Enough gossip. The rest is in your hands. And with that, he's gone. What? What a jerk. Calm down. He didn't mean anything by it. He's like that to everyone. I tried to be soothing, but that stung her pride. There's no way I'll be successful. I can't calm down when someone's just treated me like an idiot. Just you wait. I'm going to make sure I find a clue, then I'll rub it in his stupid face. Come on, let's go. Okay. Well, I guess I can't use my flashlight out here. I mean, I guess everything's already pretty lit, so... We step inside and are greeted by chilly air. Is this marble? Our footsteps echo across the exquisite, detailed floor. Where are we? It's a hotel, so the first floor is probably the lobby. There was that noise in my ear. I was like, what is that? Oh right, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It's only been a few seconds since we've set foot into the hotel, and yet... Hiro's fiery determination appears to have puttered out. Where did all that energy disappear off to? Are you okay, Hiro? I'm fine. Not like some weird spirit's gonna pop out. This is nothing compared to the underground shelter. But don't you think something's odd? Like what? Maybe it's because it's only been a year since this place shut down, but it's less damaged than I thought. I assumed there'd be more graffiti and stuff. You know, now that she mentions it, it's true. Dude, everybody's scared to come in here. What do you mean? Not so many people are gonna want to come here and vandalize. This door. It's the emergency staircase. The sign's above the door. There. I shine the flashlight around, and while the place is dirty, nothing's really broken. But we were able to come in here off the street without anything getting in our way. So then why? Mashita mentioned earlier, he said this hotel might be connected to some crime syndicate. Yeah, what about it? Maybe that's why it's still nice in here. Anyone who'd be most likely to tag would be... Oh, gotcha. So it's a gang thing then. You think they made it off limits? On the other hand, maybe people stay away because dangerous things happen here. I should probably not mention that possibility to her. That helps us though. Everything should be mostly intact. So what's the plan? Should we just do a thorough search of each floor for now? We don't have any particularly useful info. We'll just have to search every nook and cranny like Hiro suggested. There's nothing else we can do. Okay, let's get to it then. Well, it's easy to get out of here, so that's good at least. Yeah, if we're in danger, we'll halt the investigation and withdraw. So many things to look at. It's an object with a metal cover. I think it's some kind of electrical device. It's the door to the elevator. I try pulling on the elevator door. It moves slightly if I put all my weight into it. But based on what I can see from the window, the elevator isn't on this floor. Opening it just makes it easier to fall to the bottom. There are pictures of the guest rooms on the wall. Oh. It's the entrance to the reception booth. Go inside the booth? Yes. A key ring has been left carelessly on the front desk. The ring has a tag that reads, "For emergencies." How convenient. Got emergency key ring. Nice, looks like you found something useful right off the bat. If it says it's for emergencies, then Hiro looks at the door to the right. It might open the door to the emergency stairs. Yeah, let's try it. Just gonna check everything else first, though. It's a display case holding various products. Painting is clearly out of place among them. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked woman wearing a wedding gown. Guess there's nothing else. Use the emergency keyring to open the door. When I open the iron door, I find emergency stairs. Use them? Yes. Oh. I saw that. A chandelier. It's dusty, spoiling its beauty. I guess I'll observe it. It's the door to the elevator. I try pulling on the elevator door. It moves slightly if I put all my weight into it. It's impossible to open it alone, but if I had some help, I might be able to force it open. Want to give it a try? Lend me a hand. What? Are you serious? Fine, I guess I can try. On my count. 1, 2. Her. We must roll our strength and try 2 or 3 times to force the doors open, but... Sorry, it's too much. I'm not sure I'm strong enough. Unfortunately, we're unable to open it. Next time. Opened the door to the guest room and walked inside. There are iron bars covering the window. The sturdy iron bars seem to be a little much if they're only there to stop people from falling. A small wooden chest. The drawer is locked. It seems to be a simple stopper type lock, like one you'd find in a writing desk. Why don't you just break it? Shouldn't that be a last resort? It seems like a natural choice for mammalian primate hominidae. It looks pretty cheap, but seems in decent enough shape. When I take a closer look at it, I spot a crack between the drawer and the top. The object flashing inside seems to be a lock stopper. If I stick something thin in there, I might be able to break the clasp and open it. I do not have that. I put one hand on the bed and lean my weight on it. The spring simply creaks fruitlessly. Oh, is that the door to exit? No. I check behind the wire door, but all I find is an empty cardboard box. Okay. I thought that was the door I used to get in here. I open the door to the bathroom. In my search to see if anything is inside, I only get dust on my fingers. The toilet is spewing the horrid stench of sewage. Disgusting. Oh, so there's nothing in here. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked woman gazing at a man. Opened the door to the guest room and walked inside. The power cord and phone line have both been cut. The phone can't be used. The Venetian mask with a creepy expression hangs on the wall. Were they hung there to match the hotel's theme? It's still really creepy. The trash can has a giant crack in it. It probably happened when it was knocked over. Oh. I see what looks like a paper under the bed. It's a square, brightly colored plastic object. I can't see the whole thing, so I can't tell what it is. I try pulling on it, but it doesn't budge. I'll have to lift the bed up a little more if I want to get it out. I'm gonna take another sip. I glance over at Hiro, but I don't think she'd be able to help me lift it. Maybe I should just search elsewhere for now. Diggity dang it. What items do I have? Oh, I only have the key. Okay. Open the door to the bathroom. Oh, the other one didn't have a mirror. This one does. The mirror is stained, but still functional. I can see myself in it. I peer into the mirror in the dark. I don't see anything, but it still creeps me out. I'll get back investigating. The bathtub is stained with dust and slime. Man, there was really nothing on this floor. Well, okay. Yeah. I think I'm able to go up again from out here. Yeah, I can go up. Guess I'll just look at it. I shine my flashlight through the safety window. There's only empty darkness inside. The elevator must not be stopped on this floor. Try pulling on the elevator door. It moves silently. Yep, it's not on this floor. Opening will just make it easier to fall to the bottom. Okay. Masquerade wife. It's a picture of a masked woman walking with a cane. Open the door to the guest room and walked inside. A Spanish donkey lies in the corner of the room. I don't want to imagine what it was used for. The part that looks like it was the neck is broken, and the head is missing. Inside the glass case are whips and ropes. They are rather shoddily made. I doubt they would survive being used. That's why they're decoration. There is an unnatural space along the wall. Going by the stain, it's likely something once hung here. Okay, I'll just go through the door. There's a door leading into the bathroom, but it won't open, so it must be broken. I put my hand on the door and try pulling. But it doesn't move at all. Just give up. You might break it if you force it. I'll just put my fist through the window. I think that's a window. No, that's not a window. It looks undamaged at first glance, but the whole frame is warped, so it's jammed shut. Guess there's nothing here either. It's an object with an iron cover. I think it's some kind of electrical device. Okay. Open the door to the guest room and walk inside. The vase holds some cheap fake flowers. It's a bedside table crammed full of stuff. I look around the bedside table and find... got spoon. Were they eating dessert in here or something? The spoon is stained black. Ew. A large air conditioning unit. It's tinted yellow, maybe from tobacco resin? Most likely. Open the door to the bathroom. Toilet paper is stuck to the bottom of the trash can, but other than that, it's empty. Gross. A thin layer of dust coats the mirror everywhere, but one spot, which is wiped clean. If I squint, the clean portion looks like a hand. Does this belong to someone who snuck in here, or is it the work of something else? Dun dun dun. There's the toilet sectioned off with a glass door. I open the door and check the toilet. I find a wallet covered in black stains. Ugh, that's moldy. Try not to breathe it in. Is anything inside? I check inside it. There isn't any cash, but... got credit card. I guess probably dropped this. But the stains make it so I can't read the name on the card. Ugh. We could use that to ID one of the guests. Don't you think you should take it with you? Yeah, you're right. My reply is half-hearted. I'm distracted by the stains. I don't mention it to Hiro, but the stains on the card look like... what blood stains? Well, at least it's blood. I think we can use the credit card on the table, I think, since it's thin. So that's everything here. We can go back downstairs, because I don't think we can go up to the next floor. I'll try, but I don't think we can go. Nope. I take the stairs and exit out into the hallway. Wait, what? Hiro suddenly shouts. Isn't this the 3rd floor? Don't be ridiculous, you're just imagining things. I'm sure she's just mistaken. I shine the flashlight at the floor number plaque. It says we're on the 3rd floor again. Hiro's face goes completely pale. Absurd! We just came from the 3rd floor. Just as Hiro said, we definitely just climbed up from the 3rd floor to the 4th. So are we back on the 3rd floor? It might just be a weird fluke. Let's try again. Hooray! We climb the stairs again, like actors in a play. But... this is some Scooby-Doo shit. Sure enough, we come back out on the 3rd floor. Ah. Impossible. This time I'm sure we... It's an optical illusion, that's it. There must be a trick with the lights. Hiro has completely lost it. I made absolutely sure that we were heading to the 4th floor from the 3rd. And yet, this is obviously the 3rd floor. If we're not hallucinating and this is real, then there are 2 possibilities. One is that all the floors above the 3rd floor are intentionally made to look like the 3rd floor. The other is that some mysterious power is stopping people from going to the 4th floor. But telling her that will only make things worse. Yeah, like, who would go out of their way to dress up like another 2 or 3 floors, like a different one, just to trick people? How about we give up on the 4th floor for now? We'll search the places we can get to. Yeah, sure. I can go check the other room now. Go down. I think I can use the spoon down here too. Spoon? Suddenly I get an idea. I take out the spoon. I stick it in between the bed and the floor and try to pull out whatever's under there. But the object is softer than I thought, and I can't get it out. Looks like that won't work. You might have to lift up the bed. Okay. Oh, the table's not in this room? Oh, it's in this one. My mind made up, I take out the credit card. What are you going to do with the credit card? I want to try something. I don't know if it'll work though. I slowly push the card into the locked gap between the drawer and the top. It's a narrow fit, but I'm able to slide it in without any resistance. The stopper is directly ahead, so if I keep sliding the card... Haha, there's a tiny bit of resistance, then it abruptly unlocks. Wow, nice work. Truly the pinnacle of monkey evolution. Is that really a compliment? In any case, I opened the drawer to find. Got mask, guestbook, 201, and mini massager. Battery-operated massager, huh? Well, I'll leave its use up to imagination. That other thing concerns me more. Oh, crud. Okay. The guestbook? Why, it's just... I flipped through it. Inside are pictures drawn in colored markers. Hotel Masquerade's guestbook. Feel free to write about the sweet, sweet time you spent together. Clearly, they didn't need to be told twice. Still, I can't believe anyone who frequents a hotel like this would write such things. But you know what they say about assuming. Every single page is filled top to bottom with lewd, suggestive comments. Wow, so that's what people do. Hiro? Suddenly Hiro is peeking over my shoulder at the guestbook. Instinct makes me try to hide it, but she plucks it from my hand easily. There's no reason to hide it. We're not children, you know. Well, yeah, but... Now let's see here. I see. At first she looks through it, humming a little tune to herself, but... She starts acting odd. What's the matter, Hiro? Huh? What? I'm fine. I've just had enough. Reading stuff this vulgar does things to your head. So, take it back. She's the one who grabbed it in the first place. My eyes fall on the page it landed open on. It looks like it's the last entry in the guest book. There's something written in thin, scrawling letters. Something's up. The fuzz hasn't come. Did Ko really tattle? Mr. N is acting normally too. Sa hasn't been to school recently. That's all I can make out. Teach? That phrasing. Rather mature, must be a student. Yeah, I think so too. Illegal! Isn't it strange? A girl here, her age isn't normally at a hotel like this. Oh. Maybe schoolgirl prostitution? That would be a reasonable assumption. It's horrible, but that's the only logical conclusion. Though at least one thing has been made clear, thanks to these notes. Sounds like the rumors about this place being tied to a crime syndicate are true. It's obvious that there was a lot of illegal stuff going on here. That sounds logical enough. The number on the guest book must refer to the room number. There may be more guest books. True, if we could get more info from these entries, we might be able to figure out what happened here. Let's keep an eye out. I don't think I have anything that would help me lift. It holds rechargeable batteries in the handle. It vibrates and makes a loud noise when turned on. I don't think that'll help me pick up the mattress in the other room. Okay. Oh, did I not ask her to help me lift the mattress? Is that what I'm doing wrong here? Because I know sometimes the way you have to interact with things is very specific, and I don't think... It's a bed with a mattress. Look, it only has a bare mattress. The mattress doesn't seem to be fixed in place. I should be able to lift it. Okay. Yeah, it lifts the mattress. I noticed a notebook lying there. Got mask. Guest book 202. So there are more guest books after all. Let's see. What does it say? No? I'll look through this one. I firmly take the guest book from Hiro. I just learned that it's better to not let her see anything too shocking. Aw, come on, I want to read through it for future reference. Our investigation takes priority. I quickly flip through the pages looking for a clue similar to what we found earlier. Doesn't take me long to find it. It's the last entry in this guest book, just like the other one we found. This is bad. Sa might have ratted us out. There are rumors that she tattled to the teach and said she's going to the fuzz. This is so bad. What should... The fuzz. That's all I can make out. Sounds like the one we read earlier. It sounds like she was panicking over having things leaked by a friend. How stupid could she get? You reap what you sow. ... Kids have their own issues to deal with too. It's not such a black and white situation to be able to say that she got what she deserved. This fully supports my earlier theory. Yeah, I guess so. There's definitely criminal activity going on here. Those vivid entries prove it. But why wasn't this reported? Good question. This entry makes it sound like she was being backed into a corner. Someone was plainly threatening to tattle, and it was someone they knew, too. They wouldn't be this shaken otherwise. And supposedly this person reported it to the teach, too. And the entry says that in the end, the fuzz, aka the police, never came. We can't come to a conclusion just yet. All we can do is speculate. We both freeze for a moment. All is silent. My heart is in my ass. Thank you. Was there a noise from above just now? Yeah. Someone might be above us. On the 3rd floor? Oh, I thought they meant on the ceiling, and I'm like, ugh. They're skittering around up there. On the 3rd floor? No one was around when we were there earlier. Should we go see? I silently nod. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get that out just yet, so I'll come back for that if we can get any other items. The instant I step foot on the 3rd floor, I suddenly get a chill and stop in my tracks. Did you find something? No, nothing. Just as I'm replying to Hiro. Sensei. Sir? I hear a voice from behind me. I quickly turn around and shine my flashlight. But all that's there is the door to the emergency stairs that we just came from. There's no one there. Ooh, what's wrong? Did you not hear that voice? A girl's. The metal door screeches like a scream, and... Suddenly a girl in a solid red raincoat is standing in front of us. There she is. Wait, she's human. That ghost story was an utter lie. Hiro, shush. Be quiet, I can hear something. Huh? A slithering whisper of a voice sneaks up to me. It's the voice of the girl in the raincoat. I'm so happy. I knew it. I'm so glad I trusted you, sir. Sir. Hiro gives me an odd look from beside me at my muttering. It seems she can't hear the voice at all. I knew it. I knew you'd come. But sir, who is that? Okay. Let me, do that. Oh, and my model is also eating shit and dying. There we go. Okay. That was like the longest my internet's cut out for while I'm streaming. I do not have the greatest internet, so I apologize. Okay, let me just get more comfortable in my chair. I'm going to make sure. Oh, and my freaking controller! Okay, there we go. Make sure of what? The logical side of me warns not to get pulled in. The raincoat flutters in the stagnant air. Sir, do you come to places like this very often? Calm down. That's right, sir. I'm someone she respects. If I were someone she respects, how would I reply? Absolutely not. It's my first time. Lies. Oh, I think I need to say the wife one. Okay. Shit. Fake. For an instant, I think the girl has vanished, then something falls on my head. My cranium was just devoured. Who is that woman? The echoey voice is like ice, but strangely enough, I don't feel hatred in it, just sadness, regret, and a quiet plea. I'm going to make sure. Make sure of what? The logical side of me warns not to get pulled in. The raincoat flutters in the stagnant air. Sir, do you come to places like this very often? Calm down. That's right, sir. I'm someone she respects. If I were someone she respects, how would I reply? I come with my wife. Okay. Yes, of course. Hi, sir. Could you tell me, please? Another teacher told me that. I'm heartless and I don't treasure my friends. But if something's wrong, then it's wrong. What am I supposed to do? Which is more important, friends or what's right? I think both are important. I think that's the safe one. Oh shit! No, then it's the what's right. Oh shit. Tell me one more thing, please. When people are selling and buying bad things, then who's in the wrong? Oh, I think this one's the both. Yeah. Or is it the world? If I gotta start over, I gotta start over. Okay. I'm so happy you're really him. All the immoral people died. I could just glimpse a twisted smile under the darkness of her hood. Who is this, sir? More importantly, who in the world is this girl? Questions swirl around in my head. In that second of hesitation, the figure of the girl sways like a pendulum and disappears into the staircase. And... Wait, you! Hiro dashes madly after her. Hiro, don't go. I desperately call after her, but there's no reply. Her footsteps echo sharply up the stairs. Shit. Better follow her. New info was added to the spirit file. Encounter with Red Riding Hood? Question mark. Damn it. I expected it, but sure enough, I'm back in the 3rd floor hallway. There doesn't seem to be a way to go up to a higher floor in this hotel. Some mysterious power is at work here, but Hiro dashed off to head upstairs from the 3rd floor. Maybe she's still on this floor then. If it's impossible to get to the 4th floor, then Hiro could still be on this one. Opened the door to the guest room and walked inside. I step inside the guest room. Something's not right in here. Are these spider webs? When I entered just a little while ago with Hiro, these weren't here at all. It's hard to believe, but the room is covered in spider webs now. I hear the bathroom door open. Hiro? So this is where you were. Hey, Hiro? Are you listening to me? She's acting strangely. Concerned, I move closer when... Just... She suddenly starts taking off her clothes. Hey. Then... Oh, hey, I actually did a pretty good job! So just move over to the side just a little bit more, okay. She looks at me seductively from on top of the bed covered in spider webs. Hehe, I was waiting for you. I've been waiting for you for so long. What are you doing? Every word from her lips drips honey. In contrast, my voice only gets shriller. This is so not like her at all. Is this really the same Hiro? Obviously not. Kazuo. Hiro gracefully slides over the bed and beckons to me suggestively. What are you trying to say? Do you understand the situation we're in? Heh, what does that matter? You're here. I'm here. Isn't that enough? Is she being possessed? Her pale thighs glow on the bedsheet as she poses seductively. She almost looks like a spider prepared to strike at her prey. Uh-oh, spaghetti. Oh, hopefully I'm not covering up the decisions. We're all alone. Don't hold back. Take a good look. The red raincoat flashes before my eyes. Could it be Hiro is acting like this because... Is she continuing the questions from earlier? In that case, a clue would be... Remember, what did she say before? Hey, go on, look. Dude, I have no clue. I wasn't paying attention. Love to, no thanks, I'm good. Have some shame? Okay, because I mean, it's like I know the girl is like jelly, so, you know. How cute. Cough, cough. Hiro suddenly starts coughing violently. Huff, huff. It's hard to breathe. Please, my back. Pat her back? That's pretty, non-sexy. The instant I touch her, her coughing stops. That feels good. But, I know. Hiro suddenly lowers her voice. I tried hard during college and it worked. And it worked out to lose to men. But I'm all alone in the end. No one ever looks my way. I'm sure you're not interested in someone like me either, Kazuo. We're work partners. That's it. Yeah, I figured it was probably... I feel like it's the top option. And I fucking died, so I have to do this again. Hiro's lips twist bewitchingly, then... Something falls on my head. And my head gets bit off again. Okay. Maybe it is this one. Okay, good thing. Because I would have picked the top one just because, I don't know. And then, yeah. I'm like, nah, then that one's probably not right. You okay? Hiro's shrill laugh pitches into madness. Hey, get it together. I shake her shoulders repeatedly. She doesn't reply. Can't be, is she? Personality has suddenly and dramatically shifted in this crazy laughter. Cold sweat drips down my neck. This is almost like... This is the FBI, open up! Slam, slam, slam. What's going on? Is someone in there? Okay, I think I can move myself back now. Hello, Daimon. Thank you for coming to my rescue. Daimon, you came. Sorry I'm late. I rushed over as soon as the emergency patient was stable. Did something happen? I'm not sure, but... I quickly tell Daimon what's going on. He swiftly examines the laughing Hiro and turns to me with his findings. No physical trauma, but her mind's confused. She needs to be hospitalized. We're on the 3rd floor. How do we get her out? I've learned a patient carry. We just need to get her on our backs. Oh, okay. Come, we need to hurry. If she's been poisoned, then time is everything. Right, I'll help. How about I just jump straight to poison? I mean, I guess maybe like the spider webs. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, probably. It was a bizarre and horrible night. In the end, Hiro kept cackling as we carried her out of the hotel. We put her in an ambulance and Daimon rode with her to his hospital. The siren blasts through the night. Exhaustion bears down on me and I find that I need to sit down. When I come back to my senses and look up, the rain has already stopped. The moment I get back to the mansion, I collapse on the sofa. Ugh. Fury rises within me without an outlet. Why? Why is this happening again? I'm sure I sealed Mary. So then why? Why again? The image of Hito earlier fixes in my mind. I have to do something. Something. Her shrill laugh echoes in my ears. Use talk to continue to the next day. Okay. Yeah.